One of the 9 players getting ready for today's show will win prize money of up to £10,000. The 8 others will help win that money, but will leave with nothing after their own teammates vote them the weakest link.
Welcome to the weakest link. Any of the 9 people in the studio here today could win up to £10,000. They don't know each other, however. If they want the prize money, they'll have to work as a team. But 8 of them will leave with nothing, as round by round we lose the player voted the weakest link. Let's meet the team.
My name's Sorrel, I'm 28, I run a pub and I'm from Hampshire.
I'm Paul, I'm 32, I'm a management consultant from London.
I'm Marilyn, I'm 48 and I'm a local government officer from Barry in South Wales.
I'm Lucy, I'm 25 and I'm a teacher from Brighton.
I'm Jonathan, I'm 41, I'm an environmental scientist from Surrey.
I'm Richard, I'm 26, I'm unemployed and I'm from Manchester.
I'm Tommy, I'm 59 and I come from Greenock and I'm a production worker.
I'm Tish, I'm 38, I work in advertising and live in Wimbledon.
I'm Graham, I'm 34-year-old, I'm a lab steward from South Shields.
Now, the rules. In each round, the aim is to answer enough questions correctly to reach your £1,000 target within the time limit. The fastest way is to create a chain of 9 correct answers. Get your question wrong and you break the chain and lose all the money in that chain. But if you say bank before the question is asked, the money is safe. However, you start a new chain from 0. Remember, at the end of the round, only money that has been banked can be taken forward. You get 3 minutes in round 1. We'll start with the person whose name is first alphabetically. That's you, Graham. Let's play the weakest link. And the first question is for £20. Start the clock. Graham, in which sport might you try a half Nelson on your opponent?
Wrestling.
Correct. Sorrel, in Britain, do the clocks go forward or backwards in the spring?
Forward.
Correct. Paul, the Joker is one of which comic book hero's sworn enemies?
Batman.
Correct. Marilyn, in the animal kingdom, what is the larva of a frog called?
Spawn.
Tadpole. Lucy, what was the surname of the fairy tale writing brothers Jacob and Wilhelm?
Grimm.
Correct. Jonathan, in classical music, in which country was the 19th century composer Richard Wagner born?
Germany.
Correct. Richard, in football,
Bank.
for which team did Vinnie Jones play immediately before leaving for Hollywood?
Leeds.
QPR. Tommy, in pop music, how many members of the Spice Girls were there before Ginger Spice left?
5.
Correct. Tish, in film, what was Tarzan's chimpanzee friend called?
No idea.
Cheetah. Graham, what must skiers weave in and out of in a slalom event?
Pass.
Gates. Sorrel, commercials for what products were banned from British television in 1965?
Marmalade.
Cigarettes. Paul, Provence is a region of which country?
France.
Correct. Marilyn, who played the title role in the film Saving Private Ryan?
Tom Hanks.
Matt Damon. Lucy, in the animal kingdom, are drones male or female bees?
Male.
Correct. Jonathan,
Bank.
in 1849, did Walter Hunt invent the safety pin or the paperclip?
The paperclip.
Safety pin. Richard, the terms googly and Chinaman are used in which sport?
Cricket.
Correct. Tommy, in the Bible, is the book of Luke in the Old or New Testament?
It's in the New Testament.
Correct. Tish, Salt Lake City is in which US state?
Pass.
Utah. Graham, did Joan or Jackie Collins write the novel Primetime?
Joan.
Correct. Sorrel, in pounds sterling, how many 1 pence pieces would you get for £20?
2000.
Correct. Paul.
Bank.
In the animal kingdom, ball, golden and harpy are all what kind of birds?
Eagles.
Correct. Marilyn. In science, what sea is the name given to a pattern of stars as seen from Earth?
Cluster.
Constellations. Lucy. In which palace was Queen Victoria born?
Buckingham Palace.
Kensington Palace. Jonathan. What is the capital of Kenya?
Pass.
Nairobi. Richard. In history, did the Roman Empire fall in AD or BC?
AD.
Correct. Tommy. In which century did the English poet John Keats die?
18th century.
19th century. Tish, the song... Time is up. I cannot complete the question. And in that round, you got a very, very disappointing £120 of the £1,000 you could have won. Who needs to be dispatched without delay? One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Statistically, Paul is the strongest link in this round. He answered all his questions correctly. Marilyn is the weakest link with the most wrong answers. But have the team picked up on those details?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Marilyn.
Tish.
Jonathan.
Marilyn.
Tish.
Tish.
Lucy.
Lucy.
Tish.
Richard. Why Tish?
Well, it's not easy to pick somebody, but I thought she answered a couple of questions wrong.
You'll get more practiced at it as the rounds go on. Statistically, the worst player was Marilyn. But it's votes that count. Tish, with 4 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I think because I was so bad in that round, it's actually not so bad. If I'd got one question right and still been voted out, I think I'd be really, really upset. But I was just appalling. I mean, I didn't know, I couldn't even say Utah, and I knew it was Utah, but I couldn't even speak. I think the next one to be off will be Marilyn, only because she wasn't very good in the first round. I mean, she'll have to perform really well. I think they'll all vote for her.
Round 2, team. And you've won a pathetic £120 out of the possible 1,000 you could have won in round 1. 8 of you left. We are now taking 10 seconds off the clock. We start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Paul. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Paul, is it Greenland or Iceland that belongs to Denmark?
Greenland.
Correct. Marilyn, in food, what are croutons made from?
Bread.
Correct. Lucy, which king's interest in agriculture earned him the nickname Farmer George?
George the Fourth.
George III. Jonathan, in nature, is the pistil the male or female part of the flower?
It's the male.
It's the female. Richard, which city was the setting for the TV series Bread?
Liverpool.
Correct. Tommy, the pulmonary artery carries blood from the heart to which part of the body? The liver or lungs?
The lungs.
Correct. Graham, in geology, what F is the name given to a break in rock formation caused by a shift in the Earth's crust?
Pass.
Fault. Sorrel, which former government minister was imprisoned for perjury after a trial focusing on his stay at the Ritz Hotel in Paris?
Jonathan Aitken.
Correct. Paul, in which decade did the Vietnam War end?
1970s.
Correct. Marilyn, which town in Devon is home to the Royal Albert Memorial Museum?
Exeter.
Correct. Lucy, in imperial measurements, how many inches are there in 5 feet?
60.
Correct. Jonathan, which American rock group had a hit in 1992 with the song Everybody Hurts?
Pass.
R.E.M. Richard, Piraeus is the chief port for which city?
Pass.
Athens. Tommy, in which sport is Wayne Gretzky a legendary name?
Tennis.
Ice hockey. Graham, is the English poet Lord Byron associated with the Romantic or Classic movement?
Classic.
Romantic. Sorrel, which country is the largest in North America?
Canada.
Correct. Paul, who was the presenter of the TV show 3-2-1?
Pass.
Ted Rogers. Marilyn, in the children's story about the 3 billy goats, Gruff, what creature was hiding under the bridge?
A wolf.
A troll. Lucy, what S is a word meaning treeless plain and is used to describe African grasslands?
Savannah.
Correct. Jonathan, in the Bible, which of these was not one of the 12 apostles? Mark, Peter or Andrew?
Peter.
Mark. Richard, in biology, what he found in the brain has pain-relieving properties similar to morphine?
Endorphins.
Correct. Tommy, which famous artist was born in Malaga, Spain in October 1881?
Pass.
Pablo Picasso. Graham. Time is up. And that was a quite spectacular round because you managed to bank even less than you did in the previous round. In the kitty, you put just £50 of the possible 1,000. One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
The weakest link statistically is Jonathan, because he got the most questions wrong. Sorrel is the strongest link, having got all her questions right. But how will the players vote?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Jonathan.
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 Graham.
Tommy.
Paul.
Jonathan.
Lucy, you appeared to be having a lot of pleasure in announcing Jonathan.
It's not a pleasure. I like to be like everyone else.
Why did you vote for him? Because they did.
No, because he got the REM question wrong. I thought that was unforgivable.
Marilyn, what was unforgivable about Jonathan for you?
Well, I'm sure he's very clever, but he just hasn't got the questions right.
Right. What makes you think he's very clever, Marilyn?
He looks clever.
Jonathan, with 5 votes, you are the weakest link. Bye.
I should certainly have known the answer relating to the flower, the pistil, because I am a biologist. The answer was correct in my brain, but it didn't come out correct under all the pressure. I think it'll probably be a toss-up between Marilyn and Graham as to who goes off next. I have the feeling that they've had more answers wrong so far than the other competitors, but it's very close, and luck will play a major part.
Round 3, team, and so far you've won a very unimpressive £170 out of the £2,000 on offer. You are down to 7 players. We are taking another 10 seconds off the clock. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Sorrel. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Sorrel, in science, what A is the name given to a device that increases the strength of an electrical signal?
Amplifier.
Correct. Paul, in the animal kingdom, can a newt grow back a leg it has lost?
Yes.
Correct. Marilyn, in which century was the American songwriter Irving Berlin born?
19th.
Correct. Lucy,
Bank.
which fictional detective had a close friend called Captain Hastings?
I don't know.
Hercule Poirot. Richard, in the Enid Blyton books, which little wooden man lives in Toyland?
Noddy.
Correct. Tommy, is Portugal a member of the European Union?
No.
Yes. Graham, in astrology, which star sign falls between the star signs of Capricorn and Pisces?
Sagittarius.
Aquarius. Sorrel, in literature, is Norman Mailer best known as a novelist or a poet?
Poet.
Novelist. Paul, in which month of the year does the Cheltenham Racing Festival take place?
March.
Correct. Marilyn, are the ground floor seats of a theatre called the stalls or the dress circle?
Stalls.
Correct. Lucy, in nature, what type of creature is a mamba?
A mammal.
A snake. Richard, which American vocalist sang the theme song for the Bond film Tomorrow Never Dies?
Sheryl Crow.
Correct. Tommy, in which national park is Lake Windermere?
The Glade District.
Correct. Graham, in science, does a gamma ray have a short wavelength or a long wavelength?
Short.
Correct. Sorrel,
Bank.
Rachel Ward and Richard Chamberlain played star-crossed lovers in which 1980s TV serialisation?
The Thornbirds.
Correct. Paul, in sport, what M is the name given to the stick used in both polo and croquet?
Mallet.
Correct. Marilyn,
Bank.
which American pop musician changed his name to a symbol in 1993?
Prince.
Correct. Lucy, in which country did the children's craze Pokemon originate?
Japan.
Correct. Richard, a trichologist studies the structure of functions and diseases of which part of the body?
The hair.
Correct. Tommy, which H is a seller of buttons, ribbons and sewing goods?
Pass.
Haberdasher. Graham, in which musical would you hear the song Getting to Know You?
Pass.
The King and I. Sorrel, which shoe founded... Time is up. I cannot complete the question. And in that round, team, you slightly improved. You managed to bank £250. One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Marilyn got all her questions right and banked money for the team, so she's the strongest link. Tommy got the most questions wrong and lost the most money for the team, so he's the worst player statistically. But will he be voted off?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Graham.
Lucy.
Graham.
Tommy.
Lucy.
Graham.
Tommy.
Sorrel, you know a lot of poems by Norman Mailer, do you?
Absolutely not. Completely blank mind.
And why Graham?
I think he's not banking when he should do, and I didn't want to vote for him, but I have to vote for somebody.
Tommy, what did Graham do that made you vote for him?
Well, the question here about the King and I think you could have got that one.
Did you think he did worse than anyone else, Tommy?
Well, I think he did as good as I did, and I can't vote for myself.
Right. Because, of course, he did better than you, didn't he, Tommy?
Yeah, he did,
Yeah, because statistically, Tommy, you were the worst player. But it's votes that count. Graham, with 3 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I should have known the King and I one because the wife's been to that many musicals. She's going to string me up when I get home for not knowing that. If I was still up there, I'd probably vote for Tommy again. If he still kept the same momentum going where he wasn't answering the questions straight away, I'd probably vote for him.
Round 4, team, and of the £3,000 available, you've managed to bank only £420. There are 6 of you left. We are taking another 10 seconds off the clock. You now have only 2.5 minutes. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Marilyn. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Marilyn, in science, what C is the name given to the study of the structure of the universe?
Cosmology.
Correct. Lucy, which London shop opened the first escalator in Britain in 1898?
Harrods.
Correct. Richard, in Britain, the mallard is the most common type of which bird?
Duck.
Correct.
Bye.
Tommy, which nation did the Americans fight in the Battle of Midway in 1942?
Japanese.
Correct. Sorrel, in religion, the Hindu god Ganesha has the head of which animal?
Snake.
Elephant. Paul, Merchant City is an area in which Scottish city?
Glasgow.
Correct. Marilyn, in pop music, which Irish singer went to #1 with the single Nothing Compares to You?
Can't remember, sorry.
Sinead O'Connor. Lucy, what kind of swimwear is named after a Pacific island?
Bikini.
Correct. Richard, the story of troubled pianist David Heathcote was told in which Oscar-winning Australian film?
Shine.
Correct,
Bank.
Tommy. Which Italian fascist leader fell from power in 1943?
Mussolini.
Correct. Sorrel, in which country is Le Figaro newspaper and magazine published?
France.
Correct. Paul, what city was the capital of Brazil until 1960?
Rio de Janeiro.
Correct. Marilyn.
Bank.
Which activity are you involved in if you are firing and glazing?
Glass making.
Pottery. Lucy, what is the name given to an aircraft with fixed wings and no means of propulsion?
A glider.
Correct. Richard, in which country did reggae music originate?
Jamaica.
Correct.
Bank.
Tommy, in football, which of Arsenal's foreign legion of players famously refuses to travel by plane?
Pass.
Dennis Bergkamp. Sorrel, is champagne or vodka used to make the cocktail drink Bellini?
Champagne.
Correct. Paul.
Bank.
In sport, how many times was Sterling Moss Formula One world champion?
Twice.
Never. Marilyn.
Bank.
Which university did English poet William Wordsworth graduate from in 1791?
Cambridge.
Correct. Lucy.
Bank.
In food, a Duncan is a variety of what type of fruit?
Don't know.
Grapefruit. Richard, what is the
Bank.
surname of the Scottish comedian who recently started her own self-titled TV show? Time is up. I can't complete the question. And in that round, you banked £340 of a possible £1,000. Who will be a liability if they remain? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Statistically, Marilyn is the weakest link in this round, with the most wrong answers. Richard answered all his questions correctly, so he's the strongest link. But who will collect the votes?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Tommy.
Marilyn.
Richard.
Tommy.
Marilyn.
Lucy.
Right, we have a tie. Marilyn and Tommy. 2 votes each. Paul, why Marilyn?
I think she was very unlucky with the questions that she got. But she still got them wrong.
Lucy, what's Tommy done?
I lost track in that round, actually. I voted for Tommy because I voted for him in the previous round.
Well, when the vote is tied, the strongest link has to cast the deciding vote. Richard,
Oh dear.
you were the strongest link. Would you rather get rid of Marilyn or Tommy?
Well, I hate to get rid of either, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to get rid of Tommy.
Why have you changed your mind?
Simply, I think that in the later rounds, we may have a better chance with Marilyn than we would with Tommy.
Tommy, Richard thinks it's better if he gets rid of you. So, Tommy, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
This was my strongest round, and I'd banked the most money, and I'd also answered 2 questions out of 3, and I thought that was strong enough to get through, but because they were tied, he just decided to choose the woman instead of me. I think Marilyn should go off in the next round. But again, it depends on the questions the woman gets and how much money she banks, because she's not banking enough.
Round 5, and you have in the bank £760, and if you'd hit your targets, you'd have in the bank £4,000. 5 of you left, another 10 seconds coming off the time. We start with the strongest link from the last round, that's Richard. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Richard, the Orinoco River is in which continent?
African.
South America. Sorrel, by which name is the Alsatian dog also known?
German Shepherd.
Correct. Paul, in darts, what is the name of the line the player stands behind?
The Oki.
Correct. Marilyn, how many train stations are there on a standard Monopoly board?
4.
Correct. Lucy, in classical music, who wrote the opera Eugene Onegin?
Mozart.
Tchaikovsky. Richard, in politics, what name is given to MPs whose role is to ensure that their fellow MPs attend votes?
Whips.
Correct. Sorrel, in nature, where does frankincense come from?
Pass.
Tree bark. Paul. If A is Alpha and Z is Zulu, what is N?
Nova.
November. Marilyn. In TV, Jeremy Brett was best known for his on-screen portrayal of which detective?
Sherlock Holmes.
Correct. Lucy. What P is the name of the flat board on which artists mix their paints?
Palette.
Correct. Richard. A scene from which Dickens novel is featured on an English £10 note?
I would imagine it's the Pickwick Papers.
Correct. Sorrel.
Bank.
Keith Richards is the guitarist in which British rock group?
The Rolling Stones.
Correct. Paul. In biology, where in the human body is the humerus bone located?
In the upper arm.
Correct. Marilyn. Which Sicilian volcano is the highest in Europe?
Mount Etna.
Correct. Lucy. In which decade was the first space shuttle launched?
60s.
80s. Richard. In 1960s popular culture, who were the rivals of the mods?
The Rockers.
Correct. Sorrel. In ancient Rome, how many soldiers did a centurion command?
100.
Correct. Paul.
Bank.
In religion, what C describes a priest who hears confessions of sin and gives absolution?
Confessor.
Correct. Marilyn.
Bank.
Which part of the body does a chiropodist treat?
Feet.
Correct. Lucy. The holiday resort of Phuket is in which country?
Mexico.
Thailand. Richard. How many children did Queen Victoria have?
4.
Time up. The correct answer is 9. And in that round, you won £270. Who needs to be dispatched without delay? One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Having been the weakest link in the last round, Marilyn is now the strongest link. Lucy is the weakest link statistically, with the most wrong answers. But whose game is over?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Lucy.
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 Paul?
Lucy.
Marilyn. Why Lucy?
I felt she'd done well all the way through, but perhaps the pressure was starting to get to her because she did seem to get quite a few wrong this time.
Richard. Why Lucy?
Somebody's got to go, and unfortunately I thought Lucy was perhaps less able on this round than other people.
Lucy, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I did know that it was going to be me, actually. I just had a feeling that it was going to be me because I had got 3 questions wrong in that round. And I'd lost £100 at one point, so we were going to try and go for the money. But, yes, I suppose I was hoping that everybody else would have been completely not concentrating and voted for the wrong person by accident. I think in the next round, Marilyn should be voted off because of her performance over the whole show, not really because of the last 2 rounds.
Round 6. There's £1,030 in the kitty out of the 5,000 you could have banked by now. 4 players left. We are cutting another 10 seconds from your time. We start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Marilyn. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Marilyn, which American-born author wrote the children's classics The Cat in the Hat and Green Eggs and Ham?
Tennessee Williams.
Dr. Seuss. Richard, who took over from Nick Hancock as the host of the TV programme Room 101?
Paul Merton.
Correct. Sorrel. In maths, what is 11 times 12?
132.
Correct. Paul. The first of the modern Olympic Games took place in 1896 in which city?
Athens.
Correct. Marilyn. In which art movement was Renoir a major figure?
Painting.
No, you have to tell me which art movement.
The Renaissance.
Impressionism. Richard. In medicine, who does a paediatrician treat?
Children.
Correct. Sorrel. In religion, what D is another name for a god or goddess?
Deity.
Correct. Paul. A chinchilla is both a type of cat and what other animal?
A guinea pig.
A rodent or a rabbit? Marilyn. In geography, which sea lies between Egypt and Saudi Arabia?
The Dead Sea.
The Red Sea. Richard. Macavity and Grisabella are characters in which musical?
Cats.
Correct. Sorrel. What was the US General Norman Schwarzkopf's nickname during the Gulf War?
I can't remember.
Storm in Norman. Paul. In North America, which tourist attraction consists of the American and the Horseshoe Falls?
Niagara Falls.
Correct. Marilyn.
Bank.
The songs When You Wish Upon a Star and Give It a Little Whistle appear in which Disney film?
Pinocchio.
Correct. Richard, which
Bank.
standard feature of a car's equipment is Mary Anderson credited with inventing in 1903?
Pass.
Windscreen wipers. Sorrel. In biology, which part of the body is affected by conjunctivitis?
The eyes.
Correct. Paul. In which
Bank.
In which water sport might you attempt an Eskimo roll?
Canoeing.
Correct. Marilyn.
Bank.
In science and technology, what is hi-fi an abbreviation of?
High Fidelity.
Time's up. That was the correct answer. And in that round, you managed to put into the kitty just £80. One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
With the most wrong answers, Marilyn is the weakest link statistically. She was the strongest link in the last round, but this is the third time she's been the worst player. Can she survive yet another vote?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Marilyn.
Marilyn.
Richard.
Marilyn.
Richard! Why Marilyn?
It seemed to be the right choice in terms of success or failure for the team.
Marilyn, you thought Tennessee Williams wrote Green Eggs and Ham?
Well, he had to start with something. I thought perhaps it was that.
With 3 votes, Marilyn, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Anne Robinson is an interesting choice for the compare. There were times I felt I could go up and punch her, but she's okay, but difficult. I think Richard might be the next one to go. He's not getting quite so many answers right now. There were also times when I felt he should have banked and he didn't.
Round 7, and there's £1,110 in the bank out of the 6,000 you could have in there by now. 3 of you are left. Another 10 seconds is coming off the clock. We start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Paul. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Paul, in the Bible, who was the eldest brother of Moses?
Aaron.
Correct. Richard, in sport, who scored 19 under par when he won the Open Golf Championship in July of this year?
Tiger Woods.
Correct. Sorrel, in the children's stories, which famous construction worker had a tractor called Travis?
I don't know.
Bob the Builder. Paul, Errol Brown is best known as the lead singer with which 1970s pop band?
Hot Chocolate.
Correct. Richard, in weights and measures, how many pounds are there in a stone?
14.
Correct. Sorrel, which author wrote the novel Polo in 1992?
Jilly Cooper.
Correct. Paul, in which 1993 film did Sylvester Stallone play a mountain rescue climber?
Cliffhanger.
Correct. Richard,
Bank.
on a dartboard, what number would you find at the 12 o'clock position?
20.
Correct. Sorrel, the Austrian singer Falco had a #1 hit in 1985 with a song about which composer?
Amadeus Mozart.
Correct. Paul, in science, what is a red dwarf?
A star.
Correct. Richard, in TV, Dorothy, Rose, Blanche and Sophia were better known as which American comedy quartet?
The Golden Girls.
Correct. Sorrel.
Bank.
Which country is the largest on the Arabian Peninsula?
Saudi Arabia.
Correct. Paul, Zurich is the largest city in which country?
Switzerland.
Correct. Richard, Henry Moore is a famous British name in which field?
Sculpting.
Correct. Sorrel, which pop star recorded the album I've Been Expecting You in 1998?
Robbie Williams.
Correct. Paul.
Bank.
Which horror film sees Max von Sydow's priest trying to rid Linda Blair of demonic possession?
The Exorcist.
Correct. Richard,
Bank.
in television, which unfortunate character is regularly killed off in the American cartoon South Park?
Kenny.
Correct. Sorrel.
Bank.
In a standard Trivial Pursuit game, what colour represents an art and literature question?
Orange.
Time's up. The correct answer was brown. But team, in that round, you managed to bank £640. Only one question answered incorrectly. Now, in round 8, you'll get the chance to treble what you bank, and that means in the next round, there is £3,000 to be won. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Both Richard and Paul answered all their questions correctly in that round. That leaves Sorrel as the weakest link statistically. But will the votes follow the facts?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Paul.
Richard.
Sorrel.
We have a tie, team. Sorrel, Paul and Richard. You've all voted for each other, one vote each. Paul, why Richard?
He's very good.
Oh, I see. So you're not concerned about getting as much money in the bank as is possible and having any team spirit?
There comes a time in game theory where you have to go for the jugular.
Sorrel, why Paul?
I knew that I got the only question wrong in that last round, and so I was fairly certain I was going to get voted out anyway, so I just had to choose a name, and I chose Paul.
When the vote is tied, the strongest link has the deciding vote. So, Richard, and you're perfectly at liberty to change your mind.
On this occasion, I'm going to stick with my answer.
So, Sorrel, Richard has decided he wants to get rid of you. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
In the next round, I think Paul and Richard are going to go for it. They won't bank little bits of money, they'll wait and bank lots of money. I think Richard will probably win purely because he's very calm and collected. Paul seems to be losing his confidence.
Round 8. You've won £1,750 so far. By now you could have won £7,000. Richard and Paul, just the two of you left, and this time you have only 90 seconds, but whatever you win in this round will be trebled and added to your total to make up your final prize money. £3,000 is at stake in this round. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round, that's Richard. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Richard, which 1930s child actress starred in the films Poor Little Rich Girl and Dimples?
Shirley Temple.
Correct. Paul, what is the first name of the opera tenor Pavarotti?
Luciano.
Correct. Richard, in food, what name is given to large flat sheets of pasta usually layered with savoury mixture and baked in the oven?
Lasagna.
Correct. Paul, in history, during which century was the Doomsday Book written?
The 11th.
Correct. Richard, in literature, who wrote The Catcher in the Rye?
J.D. Salinger.
Correct. Paul, in the animal kingdom, what is the young of a swan called?
Cygnet.
Correct. Richard, what colour is the skin of the children's TV characters, the Smurfs?
Blue.
Correct. Paul, in what year did Bill Clinton win his first presidential election in the United States?
1982.
1992.
92.
Richard, in astrology, the star sign Capricorn is represented by what animal?
The ram.
Goat. Paul, in sport, what is the nickname of the South African rugby union team?
Springboks.
Correct. Richard,
Bank.
in the human body, cirrhosis is a disease of which of the body's organs?
Liver.
Correct. Paul, a car with a YU sticker would be from which country?
Yugoslavia.
Correct. Richard,
Bank.
who played the detective Axel Foley in the film Beverly Hills Cop?
Eddie Murphy.
Correct. Paul,
Bank.
which British queen... Time up. I can't complete the question. And between you in that round, you won only £90. The incorrect answer to the question on when Bill Clinton first took office, in his first term of office, cost you, Paul, £600, which would have been trebled. We will treble the £90 and add it to the winnings from the previous rounds. That means prize money today of £2,020. But only one of you can take that money away. You will now play against each other head to head. I'll ask alternate questions, the best of 5. Whoever answers the most correctly wins. It's as simple as that. If there's a tie after 5, we'll go for sudden death until we have a winner. So, Richard and Paul, for £2,020, let's play with Weakest Link. Richard, as the strongest link in the last round, you have the choice of who goes first.
I think I'll go first, please.
Richard, in which ocean are the Maldive Islands?
Pacific.
The Indian Ocean. Paul, in 1958, the American submarine USS Nautilus became the first vessel to pass under which point?
The North Pole Arctic ice cap.
That's the correct answer. Richard, in film, how many times has Sean Connery played James Bond?
5 times.
7 times is the correct answer. Paul, if an Italian wine is described as dolce, what does it mean?
It's sweet.
That is the correct answer. Richard, which media magnate created World Series cricket in 1977?
Rupert Murdoch.
The answer is Kerry Packer. Paul, if you answer this question correctly, you have won. So, Paul,
okay,
for £2,020, which British city's cathedral features a huge tapestry by Graham Sutherland?
Coventry Cathedral.
That is the correct answer. That means, Paul, you are today's strongest link, and you go away with £2,020. Richard, you leave with nothing. Join us next time for the Weakest Link. Goodbye.
In round 8, it was very disappointing when Paul failed to answer the Clinton question correctly, so that we could continue with our run of good luck with the questions.
I know I was so close to getting another 1,800 quid, but to come away with something at the end of it and have a great day, it's been great fun. Really, really happy.